Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know I look a little rough. I left the gym. Today we're gonna be making ceviche, and I'm very excited because I have not made this in a while, and it's like the perfect summertime meal because it's so refreshing. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my veggies. Ceviche comes with shrimp, and it's made in many different ways, but I'm gonna make just the way I make it with just lime juice. The lime juice is gonna go ahead and cook the shrimp. I did choose raw shrimp. You can use boiled shrimp if you want. And then we're gonna be using all of these veggies. So we got a cucumber, we have 2 romatomatoes. I felt like getting one was gonna be too little. I did not buy onion, as I feel like a lot of people feel like they like the flavor to it. I just get tired of the smell of onion when it's raw. I love grilled onion with lime juice and salt, chef's kiss. But raw onion, especially red raw onion, I got beef with that. Hate it. Disgusting. Ugh. I'll eat it in a sandwich, but like the smell, I'll hold my breath. I have 5 limones, and we're gonna be adding that to our ceviche. And then I do have a little bit of Valentina left. No, I don't have Valentina. I have La Botana. It's gonna be our hot sauce. I bought a pound of shrimp yesterday from HEB, from the freezer people, like when you buy like an actual pound, like not from a bag. So I let it sit in the fridge overnight, and today it's like noonish already. So they should be ready to go, and they should be like soft and not frozen anymore. So we're gonna chop all of this up to make our ceviche. We're also gonna use a little bit of Mexican soy sauce, salt as well, and I think that's everything. Alright guys, so I'm cutting the tomato. Don't judge my tomato skills. They're the worst. No one ever taught me how to cut tomatoes properly. This is also my first ever voiceover. So if it sounds like shit, I'm never doing it again, so don't worry. So I'm going to go ahead and slice these up and then cube these up as best as I can. If you can see right in front of my cutting board, I have a bigger white bowl and then a smaller green bowl. The smaller green bowl is going to act as our trash can for today. I like to throw out some of the, like, instead of moving back and forth from the trash can, I just dump all of the leftover veggie stuff into that green one. And then I'm going to put all the stuff I'm going to use for my ceviche in the white bowl. So now we're going to go ahead and peel our cucumber. And we're going to go ahead and throw the skin into our trash bowl. I also don't know why, but it's always recommended to like do that to the cucumber so it doesn't come out sour apparently. I don't understand how true that is, but it's fine, it's whatever. I also don't like cucumbers with the skin on, which is why I take it off. If you like it on, you can keep it on. And then we're going to go ahead and de-seed all of these. Why? I'm not sure. People just do it. I don't know if it has to do with the lifespan of the food itself when it has those seeds in there, but I just follow TikTok recipe videos that help me out with that. So we made our cucumbers a lot thinner. Now we're going to go ahead and dice them. Also, I've sped up most of these videos so they look kind of funny, like the way that I'm cutting it. But we're going for small chunks here. We're going to be putting this on tostadas, like I said earlier. So we want to make sure they're bite-sized and not too big. So that way when we eat our ceviche, we have small chunks of everything on our tostadas. I also forgot to mention that we're going to be using a serrano and cilantro. And I was just like, you know what? I want like extra kick in my ceviche. And it was probably the worst decision I ever made. Stick to a freaking jalapeno. How do you tell the difference? Jalapenos are a lot thicker and serranos are a lot thinner. So off to the left side of the camera, you can see the rest of the cilantro. I took a huge chunk and I thought it was way too much, but it actually turned out to be like a really good, perfect amount of cilantro added to the entire ceviche bowl. And now I have 5 limes. I did roll them out off screen. Make sure you roll your limes. You want to get those juices flowing. And what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and squeeze all of them in the glass pan right there, and we're going to squeeze all the juice into that bowl. I was a little concerned if 5 limes was going to be enough. I thought 6 was way too much and 4 was too little, but it also turns out that I actually had the perfect amount of lime juice. Alright, next our shrimp. All of my shrimp has already been peeled, and now I'm just going to go ahead and devein it. So taking out the poop and everything. I'm not going to show you, this was a good amount of large shrimp, but once I look back at it, I filmed for way too long in my opinion. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is take out the veins and the poop and stuff, and then we're going to go ahead and rinse out our shrimp, and I'm going to repeat the entire process. So all of the shrimp now is deveined, obviously already peeled. So now we're going to go ahead and switch cutting boards, and we're going to go ahead and dice these up into bite-sized pizzas. I don't want to make it too small, but I also don't want to make them way too large either. Like I mentioned, we're putting this all on tostadas, and we want to make sure that everything is bite-sized, so all the ingredients that we're using in the ceviche are going to be on our tostada. Alright, I've finished cutting some of the shrimp. We're going to go ahead and dump it into our lime juice. As of right now, there's only lime juice in there, and as you continue to watch the process of me cooking the rest of the, not cooking, but cutting the rest of the shrimp, you can start to see the shrimp turn pink throughout the next few minutes. As you can see here, the colored difference between the shrimp and then the raw shrimp that I was cutting, the cooked shrimp is starting to turn pink, and it's going to continue to get darker and darker the longer I leave it in the lime juice. So I'm going to go ahead and package this and actually put it away to marinate, probably for like another 10 minutes by itself in the fridge. Hi guys, welcome back. It is a different day. Today's Tuesday. I started this yesterday. Funny story. Yes, I finished the ceviche, but let me tell you, I like went to go take a shower, and then after I took a shower, I like went to ow, I'm itchy. I like sat on the couch because I had to go do something. I fell asleep for 2.5 hours. True story. And I was like, dang it. And I didn't do anything to my hair. I always like fix my hair before I go to bed. So that's why they're in braids today, because my hair is trash. But I finished the ceviche. I had some for dinner last night too. That's how much I sort of have left. So yeah, definitely not what I was trying to do. So yeah, but anyways, remember when I said it doesn't need onion? It does. I'm a liar. It does need onion. I was just like, oh damn, something's missing. It's the onion. Here's my bite. And you know how I said in my voiceover that I was using serranos? Yeah. Use jalapenos instead. It's too spicy. Oh god. Sometimes, usually I like to have like Valentina or like La Botana hot sauce, but the serranos make it way too spicy for me to like properly enjoy. Well, the serranos make it a little too spicy to add more like hot sauce, you know. I like it because it tastes so fresh. And the shrimp doesn't taste rubbery either. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Super quick, super easy, really fresh for the summertime too. Definitely add onion. And no serranos, make sure it's jalapenos. And if you want, don't forget you can add hot sauce. No, don't forget that you can add like fresh avocado. I would not leave it marinating because it's gonna get brown and ugly. So just a heads up on that. Alright, bye everyone.